Hi friend, this is a technology. Welcome to this channel. Today I want to say about the difference between file system and partition. On Windows 11 you can find Windows tools, or if you have Windows 8.1 and 10 or 7, we have administrator tools on the control panel. Go to the Windows tools and find computer management. On the computer management, go to the storage and disk management. Hover to maximum this page. If you want to install Windows first on any hard disk or SSD drive, you need to know which partition assume that you need. The first is MBR and second are GPT. If you use a BIOS legacy, you need to install MBR system, or if you use lower than 4 TB of hard disk or SSD or NVMe M2, you need to know that lower than 4 TB of hard disk with BIOS legacy need to install NTFS on hard disk and is faster. We have NTFS and FAT32 and ExFAT. The NTFS file system is faster on the hard disk than ExFAT and FAT32, but on removable media and external hard disk, ExFAT and FAT32 are faster. ExFAT for large file than 4 GB. If you use lower than 4 GB of removable media, better to have FAT32. But for transferring large file and large ISO, for example 6 GB of ISO file, you must change your partition to ExFAT. Now go to this PC, hover to maximum this window, go to the removable media, go to the Format tab. This is a 32 GB of removable media. The file system now are ExFAT. You can transfer to FAT32 or NTFS file system, but you must know the FAT32 for playing music on the car or a music player very better. And if you don't know, you must know for playing music on the car, you must format your removable media to FAT32. But ExFAT for larger file. If you want to copy multiple ISO or multiple ISO of window to your removable media, you must change your file system to ExFAT for larger file and upper to 4 GB. You need to change your file system to ExFAT. NTFS file system is better to have on my hard disk. Removable media, this is hard disk. The file system on your hard disk or NTFS is faster on the hard disk than the removable media, and better to have NTFS on the hard disk, but better to have ExFAT on removable media. On the removable media, ExFAT faster than NTFS. Now this is a file system, but we have a difference between file system and partition. Now back again to the control panel and disk management, computer management. This is a disk management. We have two types of partition, MBR and GPT. MBR for lower than 4 TB of hard disk, but GPT partition for upper than 4 TB of hard disk. If you use legacy BIOS and lower than 4 TB, better to have MBR partition. And if you use UEFI system upper to 4 TB of hard disk, you must transfer your MBR to GPT. And don't confuse MBR and GPT. And when you want to install, if you incorrect use UEFI with the MBR, you can't install any window on your computer. You must correct use MBR or GPT with UEFI or BIOS legacy. This is important tip and trick for installing Windows. We have one removal media for installing the window. First partition or file system. The first file system are ExFAT and another are FAT32. The FAT32 for recognizing on the BIOS. This is for recognizing on the BIOS. And another part for transferring ISO file upper to 4 GB. If you want to transfer 6 GB of ISO of window, you must know that you must change your partition to ExFAT system. This 0 or hard disk we have system reserved. Important file system. We have an important file system on the hard disk. The first partition are related to system reserved. This is a file system of Windows. You must know the system reserved of the file system. You must know that you don't delete this file system. If you delete this system reserved, your Windows don't coming up and your system don't booting up on the window. These system reserved are very important, and any deleting or problem on this part, your Windows completely stop. Thank you for watching. I hope that is useful for you. Please see my other video about repairing and hardware or Windows 3 and T. And also suggest my channel to your friend and subscribe my channel.